Yo, what's the deal, y'all? Urban Xpressions NewsMag Live. Well, it's official. Starting today. What go on, yeah? What go on? We're live. We are live right here. But I want to try something. I'm trying to do some things, so I'm gonna walk away for 2 seconds. Gonna walk away for 2 seconds. Urban Xpressions NewsMag Live. Waiting for Carlton to come on, but I'm gonna walk away for 1 second after he comes on. Right. Where you at? Urban Xpressions NewsMag Live. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm going to try to go live on the radio at the same time. And because I'm going to have to do this myself, I'm going to have to step away and push the buttons and come on back. So, Carlton, I need you to come on. Come on live. Come on. Shimon now. Did you come on? Did it work? All right. I got multiple phones going. Oh, come on. Is it working? Come on, accept. There it is. What's up, Carlton?
What's up,
I'm going to walk away for 2 seconds because I'm going to put it on the radio too. But since it's just me, I'm going to have to go to it and come back. So, yeah, that's the goal. That is the goal. How do I turn the camera on? All right, cool. I'm doing technical stuff right now. I want to try something, and you're gonna be the first. If this works, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna go live on the radio at the same time. So I'm gonna push the button for the radio station at the same time. Right. Now you're gonna have to believe that I'm gonna be able to do it in 2 seconds. All right, I'll be back. Right here. Everybody, look, y'all. This is Carlton, aka C-No, aka Ambitious, aka Listen, nephew. Known him since he was whatever. I'm 21 forever. He older than me now. I don't know how that happened, but there you go. So we're gonna get into it, but I'm gonna push the button real quick and come back.
Okay, how everybody doing out there? I know a lot of y'all family know who I am. Like you said, I'm Carlton, aka Ambition, aka C-Note. I have my own show called Wheelchair Chronicles that I do for spinal cord injury, or also people that's in wheelchairs. I also have started my own shirt company called Wheelchair Chronicles. I don't know if y'all can see it, but something I started for myself, my family.
I don't know if it's gonna work. All right, it's gonna work. It's gonna work, Carlton. I'm still listening.
It's definitely gonna work.
It's gonna work. Watch me do it. Watch me do this. We're gonna be on the radio at the same time. It's gonna give you 2 seconds, and it's gonna work. At least I thought it was. At least I thought it was. All right, here it goes. Here it goes.
It sounds like it's working.
You hear it, right?
Yeah.
It's working, right? Yeah. Oh, that means I'm saying this through the radio. Hey, radio. So it's working. It's working. We live on the radio and on Facebook right now. I hope. Yeah. Oh, let me turn this down. All right, I think we got it.
All you gotta do is place the order through Instagram or Facebook, or you can contact me. Say, I got you, man.
With the new T-shirts, right? The new sweatshirts.
Yep.
What's that? What's going on, fam? The fam is in the building. Look, I'm trying something. something. Watch. I think we live on the radio. I'm checking the radio now to see if it's working. I thought about this today. I was like, yo, I could try this and see how it's working with me in the same room.
That's definitely fire if this don't work.
Let's see if it's working. I don't know. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it. Talk. You got to talk. You got to talk.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. I'm hearing it. Hey,
I see my
Diane Millwood. The Millwoods is in the building. The Millwoods in the building. It's working.
Bet. We on, yo. We live on Instagram, Facebook, and we on the radio. Check us out.
Oh, look. Listen, Facebook is going to look weird on Facebook because I got the share my screen on Zoom so it can go to Facebook. So you can hear. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work somehow, some way. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I gotta go live. I think I gotta go live with Urban Xpressions now. But it's not coming up. Look, y'all, this is technical. I'm trying something. Look, I'm trying. Listen, you can only do this with family. Look, like, let me try this. Let me see if this gonna work. If it's work, it's gonna be amazing.
Man, I see all the family on. See my Donnie on.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I see my sister on. Man, that's love.
Oh, your sister on too?
Yeah. Oh, I see my baby girl, my daughter on. That's love.
Hey, baby girl, listen to this. Look, y'all, look. Look what we doing it. Look, we going. I'm gonna send requests to send a request. Hey, Donnie, what's going on? All right, we want officially. Now we officially everywhere. Now we going Urban Xpressions. Now we're going. Sorry, I got muted. I don't think it's not going to do it. It's echoing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hello? No, that part didn't work. I was trying to go live on Urban Xpressions too, but that's not working either. It's too much feedback.
Yeah, way too much. I'm sorry. Listen, Sid. I'm sorry. My shout out to my cousin Sid. We should stay husband because I'm canceling my T-shirt. Ew, cut it out.
Why
man.
you canceling your T-shirt? Don't be canceling nothing.
Yeah, so I ain't get no shout out.
Who, Sydney?
Yeah.
Sydney was one of the first people on it. I thought he's the one that asked you. Dang, what's all the feedback? It just ain't gonna work. Well, what's going on, y'all? Listen, we are live on the radio. I'm gonna check the radio one more time. Yup, it's happening.
Still on.
It's happening. Right. We doing it. UrbanXpressionsRadio.com, officially Urban Xpressions NewsMag. We here, we live, and guess what? I got it all going on at the same time. I don't know how it's happening, but it's happening. But you got to shout out to the Millwoods. You're right, the Millwoods is in the building.
I appreciate the love from the Millwoods. We got to shout them out. You know how they get, man.
I don't do that. The Millwoods who used to have y'all used to have all the same last name. Didn't y'all? Wait a minute. What's the last name? What's your last name before Millwood?
Moultrie. That's her dad. Yeah.
Moultrie. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Moultrie. How could I forget? How can I forget?
Shout out to Edith. That's one of my girls from my spinal cord injury family. I appreciate the love, y'all.
Look at y'all. Look in the building. Robert J. Moore is in the building. We doing this, y'all. We doing this. All right, so we are going to get to the interview. Can you still hear the feedback or no?
No.
We good?
No, we good. I don't hear that much of it. just a little echo on your side when you talk, but
All right. Maybe it's better now. Ha ha.
a lot better.
Just push the,
No echo at all.
just take the phone
Yeah.
away. Just move it somewhere else. That's all I have to do. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Let's get into Carlton. What is going on with you? Carlton, I am inspired by the fact that you took everything that was meant to break you and you turned it into something good. So let's talk about the beginning. The beginning, your life. What's going on? Where did you grow up? You know I know, but we gotta talk about it. Where'd you grow up? Tell them where you grew up.
I grew up in North Philly most of my whole life. Me and my family moved to Frankfurt as I got older, but I grew up in North Philly most of my whole life.
Was it North Philly?
Yeah,
North Philly and
Oriana
so
Street.
what were you like when you were what was you like when you was a kid? If you could explain yourself, what was you like from a kid to teenager? What were you like?
I mean, I could say I was a very respectful guy. Growing up, I always watched watched the women in my family do what they had to do to raise a lot of us men up. And you was around. It was a lot for a lot of my aunt, my mom, and my other aunt raising most of the men to be good men in this family. So, I definitely gotta give shout out to them because I appreciate them. They made me the man that I am today. So.
Facts indeed. Facts indeed. So when you was growing up, when you was a teenager, what did you want to do when you grow up? What was your career path looking like?
I always loved basketball. That always was something that I loved doing. Always wanted to play professional basketball. And for me, it's just I didn't take school as serious as I should, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do. But that always been my dream, just playing basketball.
Really?
I love
So
basketball, man.
So you wanted to play basketball when you were younger. So what did you do to pursue it? I know you played it, around the way, but what did you do? Did you play it at
Man,
school? Did you try to go to college to do it?
played Sunny Hill, AAU. I played in a lot of different. Like one of my basketball coach that kind of took me under his wing, raised me. He was the one that put us in a lot of basketball leagues growing up. So they was really what AAU, Sunny Hill. Like I said, they was a lot of. If you didn't play in high school, they was the ones that really had a chance just to get looked at and being there.
What?
Yeah.
You know what? See the things you don't know. You asked the question. See, we was over here doing what we was doing, and I didn't know you was doing all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnie said you was good too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't believe I never went. What? So Donnie, I'm gonna blame Donnie. So why did you take us to the games? Why did you say, come on, let's go to Carlton's game? Why you do that, Donnie? I'm blaming you now. I'm blaming you. Because we came to your game, for real.
They was some of the they was actually live, believe it or not. A lot of AAU was in mostly in North Philly, but Sunny Hill was all our games was at Temple. And they was really they was live games. Like I'm talking about it was packed. Packed.
What?
Yeah, they would, and I think I enjoyed Sunny Hill more than AAU because Sunny Hill, like I said, he real big. He was real big. So.
What? Hey, wait a minute. Y'all played at the basketball court that was near Dorney. Was it near Dorney? Where, it was like a center around the corner from somewhere. Remember?
You talking about? No, it wasn't down there.
Oh no.
Sunny Hill. No, AAU was mostly down 17th and CCB more. They was down there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I said, Sunny Hill was mostly where the Temple play at. Most of our games was there, and it was they was really nice. And it's crazy because mom was saying my basketball coach still got live tapes, the tapes of us playing back then, yeah.
What?
And I'd be like, yo, we need to get a VCR so we can watch these things, man. So, but yeah.
You gotta find one out here, VCR. That's telling everybody age. If you talking VCR,
yeah, I know.
age you telling?
I know, but they the ones where he don't have them on the CD or nothing like that. He got them live on VCR. But that was something that always been that stuck with me because I love basketball. Like I said,
so you watch it to this day, you be watching.
I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? And one of my boys love it too. So I work with him very a lot, just trying to teach him we go outside. I got a basketball court because he always be like, Daddy, I'm gonna do what you didn't do. You know what I mean? So I'm not real big on pushing him, but he love it. So I'm real big on, if that's something you want to do and you aspire to do it, I'm gonna work with you so you can do it. So.
Oh, absolutely. How many kids do you have?
I have four. I have four.
Go ahead now. 4
Yeah,
kids. That's a lot of kids. No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding. I knew
No, I
that.
mean,
I want y'all to know some things I do know. You gotta ask because it's an interview. So I just want y'all
yeah.
to know.
I
So
have
4 kids.
19, 16, and my twins are 12.
19, 16. 19 though.
Yeah, yeah. But
19.
when I met my wife, of course, she already had a son, and I don't consider no, he's my son. I raised him ever since he was 4, so I don't consider him my stepchild. No, that's not how I look at things.
Oh,
So,
no, not at all. Oh,
yeah,
I'm just saying, but still 19, that means
yeah,
you're
yeah,
old. No, I'm just
yeah. Yeah.
joking, y'all, because I'm 21 forever, like I'm gonna say. But so 4 kids, you were playing at Sunny Hill, you're playing the basketball, but what from that point, from the playing in Sunny Hill to being grown, like now you're grown, did you say, listen, I'm gonna go to college to learn, or I'm gonna go to college to go, because somewhere in there what switched in the going to the NBA?
Honestly, just school. It wasn't like I just didn't give it. I felt like I didn't give it my all that I should have. Of course, I wanted to do it, but it's a difference of wanting it and chasing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't chase it where I didn't take school seriously as much as I should have. And as I got older, it's kind of like from that high school age of 16 to 19, it was just like, well, if I can't do it, then I just kind of I never stopped playing. I just didn't, take it as
Take
seriously
it
as I
seriously.
should.
You didn't
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I'm gonna be like, is it because you started to not believe that you could actually make it to the
I
NBA?
Yeah, I mean that has a lot to do with it because I mean, let's be honest, how many are kids make it to be an NBA player? You know what I mean? So
I mean, but but if you had to teach a child now, like your child, a child, what would you say? Because even though it could be the statistics could be what they are, but you
always
never stop
have some,
believing. So what would you do
al-
now?
always have something else to fall back on. Don't put all. I mean, I'm more so when it comes to my kids now, especially my twin boys. I tell them, you know what I mean, you always have more than one dream. You know what I mean? Don't always that one thing that was my problem. I had that one dream, and then it's like if I couldn't do that, I didn't want to do nothing else.
Hmm. So if you couldn't do that, you didn't want to do nothing else. So
Uh,
what did that look like? All right, cool. We're not doing basketball. So you go to school. What did you do in school? What was your major in school? Or you just was like, because it's not basketball. Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not. Yeah, it's not really not like. And then, so to make things worse, I wound up. I was in school, and then once I caught a juvenile case, it was like I wound up getting sent to this school called De La Salle. Um, yeah, it was like at 22nd and Market, somewhere around there. So, and once that happened, it was kind of like, man, everything just it was like, all right, well, I don't want to be the statistic get caught in the system, so let me go to this school and just be able to graduate from this school. So
all right, so you go, you graduate. What happens after? What happens? Did you have like, all right, now I'm gonna go to college, or did you meet your wife early on in when
nah,
you
later on down the line, I met her, but after that, it's kind of like, all right, let me just get a little job. You know, what I
mm,
mean, let me get a job, just to work at this time. I'm like 20. I'm gonna say I'm a 21. I'm working at like a Macy's, and that was actually my first job was Macy's. So, I worked there, and that's where I met my daughter mom, and man, when I met her, and of course, when you think it's gonna be everything gonna be right, you're gonna fall in love, you're gonna be with this person forever. So I don't know, it didn't turn out that way. So
I understand.
yes.
Trust me, I understand. It don't be turning out like that. But you try to. So you out there, you're doing your thing. Um, let's fast forward. So you have the show called Wheelchair Chronicles. However, people might want to know how you came to be in a wheelchair, and let's talk about the story. I know it's hard to go back and talk about the story. I know that but I see that you've grown. So let's talk about that moment, that moment that it happens, and how you got to this place.
2019, got in a car accident. Actually, to be honest, I was working way too much, working 2 jobs to support my family. Um, and I never, till this day, I don't even, honestly, I don't look back as that being like a lot of people might be like, oh, it's the worst thing that happened to me. I don't look back at that as feeling that way. 2019, I got a car accident, fell asleep, um, and it left me a quadriplegic, C5 paralyzed from the neck down. Um, that day when it happened, it was kind of like from that day of September all the way until being in rehab in December. It was kind of like I kept asking myself, why me? You know, you question my faith. I question,
So did
how
you
can
have faith? Were you a believer beforehand? Were you? I
I mean
mean, you didn't necessarily
we
grow up in church, but
I was a believer, but did I follow Christ as? No, I didn't. Um, so no, I didn't. I didn't follow Christ as much as I should have, but I was a believer.
okay.
Um, after my car accident, I remember just sitting down and just having conversations over and over with my wife and my aunt, and just it's crazy because I didn't see the dream or the like my aunt seen this before it happened. Like it's so crazy because she kept telling me like, you're going to do something, you're going to be a difference maker in this world. Like regardless of what you're going through, she kept saying like it's crazy because I listen. She told me like you're gonna help other people. You're gonna, and we're talking about literally 2 months after my accident. I Shirley like, and I've only literally seen this before I seen it. You know what I mean? So it was just like I if it honestly if it wasn't for her, there's so many people that I can thank for where I'm at right now. But it's just like she's seen this before I seen it. So skip past 2020 now. It's like I'm questioning my faith. I'm questioning myself. I'm depressed. Like it's many times where I just kept saying that I want to die. You know, I kept saying like I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? So it was like it was really really
So when you
hard.
said that, was you saying it to yourself, or was you saying it to your aunt or your wife or
I was
somebody?
saying it to my aunt. I was saying it to my wife. I was saying it at that time. I had a therapist. I was saying it to them. Um, I was saying it to everybody.
And
Like
what would they
everybody,
say? And what would they say? Let's talk. Let's go down the line. So when you say it to the therapist, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. What does the therapist say?
Um, honestly, just telling me, every day it would change. And I honestly didn't feel that way. My aunt and my wife, they were just more so, there to just try to motivate me to not feel this way. You know what I mean? And it was just so hard. I don't really like. I have a group of friends that I call my friends that have been there for me, supporting me through all of this. And one of them just kept um, sending me different gospel music, um, and I would listen to it. And sometimes it would change how I felt, and sometimes it didn't. And through that in 2020 was kind of like the worst year for me, because I really didn't want to listen to what nobody had to say. It was more so just I felt how I felt. And I would fast forward to 2021, and it was kind of like a different year for me. Um,
So
I start.
2020 though, let's think 2020. 2020 was that's the year you're feeling bad, but also the world shut down. Like it was a
It
whole
was
different type of world.
yes, and then
Yo.
that was the worst thing too, Shirley, because I didn't have physical therapy, so it was like yes, because the pandemic, they like literally I couldn't go. Everything was closed, so it's kind of like I got put on a back burner. Like everything was just shut down, so I really didn't have therapy or nothing.
So you ain't
So
had
it just
therapy. It's COVID. We shut down, no therapy. I'm in this house because you feeling like at that point I can't even get better. Even if I wanted to get better, I can't even get better.
Can't even get better. Can't even get stronger. And it was like it was literally the worst. All I had to talk to at this time was my aunt, my wife, of course my family, you know, and a couple of friends. But it's like it's not the same. You know what I mean? It just wasn't the same. So 2021 come and I at this time I'm just doing whatever. I'm eating whatever. I didn't like I'm eating like I'm talking about I would buy bags of Airheads and eat all the candy I wanted. Cause I'm like this. I'm like if I'm in this situation, I want to eat what I want to eat.
He like, yo, I'm just gonna go ham on this
food.
ham.
I'm just like I just snacks and everything. And I started dealing with UTIs because of me being a quad. And at this time, I'm kind of like I'm going to the bathroom nonstop. I'm peeing nonstop, and not knowing what's going on. And I started reading up stuff, and I'm telling my doctor, and my spinal cord doctor, and my urologist doctor that I think I have diabetes. And they're like, my urologist is like, you know, I'm telling them this is why I'm peeing constantly. You know, it's not supposed to be happening so much where I'm peeing through everything, you know, so I'm worried, I'm scared, I don't know what's going on. And my regular doctor told put a prescription in for my aunt to get it where she could take my sugar. And at this time, my aunt comes, she takes my sugar. The thing is like 400 plus.
What?
Yeah, so at this time, I'm like, I knew it. You know what I mean? Because I started reading. I was like, why am I going to the bathroom so much? And the first thing that's come up is being a diabetic. So I'm like, I kind of like, I found this out myself, which I'm telling you, I know that's what it was. So when I found out that my sugar was that high, we straight, like, the doctor's like, you're a diabetic. So that actually changed me a lot too. Because I'm like, I know how big diabetes is, and it's real big in my family. So it's kind of like something I didn't want to have to deal with, but
You said real big in your family. Who's a diabetic?
My father and my grandma, which is on my dad's side.
On your dad's side, okay.
Yeah. So I know, like, I used to watch my grandma had to stick herself with the needle all the time. So it's kind of something like, man. So I figured out that's what it was. So I sat down and had a conversation with my aunt and my wife, and I'm like, I don't want to go through this. Like, I really don't want to. I want to see my kids grow up, and that was real big on me at this time. And this was like, I want to say May of 2021. Like I said, I had a conversation with them, and I also talked to a group of my friends. And at this time, one of my friends, like, everything shut down still. She introduced me to Pastor Stevens, which is a YouTube pastor. That's he's not in of course, he's not in Philadelphia, but he's real good. I started watching him, and man, he changed. Elevation Worship is a group of his. I started listening to them, and it changed me.
Even Pastor Stephen Furtick.
Yup. Yeah.
That's my boy. Yeah, I listened to him too. Stephen Furtick. Well, you said Elevation. I was like, Elevation Church.
Pastor Stevens. She introduced me to him, and from there on, I was just like, wow, this guy is. Every song I listened to brought pain to me. So it's like it just woke me up, and I felt like it was just perfect. And 2021 was just like everything. Just listening to him, finding out, believe it or not, that I had diabetes woke me up. And this lady came in, which was my doctor. She helped me with my diabetes. But at the same time, she brought in this lady that kind of like, she was a therapist. Her name was Ms. Linda, and I shout out to Ms. Linda. I know she on here because she wouldn't have missed it. And she was my physical therapist, and she was amazing. Like, everything she did was like pushing me to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do. And it was just like a whole different thing to me. And not only that, it was like, man, at the same time, me and my wife 10-year anniversary was coming up that same year. So it's kind of like I wanted to do something different. So of course we wound up having a 10-year anniversary, shutting it down, everybody coming through. Like it was one of the best things. But I feel like that year woke me up. You know,
But what?
after
So what do you think exactly? You said the year, so it's the year, but what exactly do you think it was? Was it the connection to God? Was it something Stephen Furtick did? Was it everything in general? What do you think it? If you had to say, listen, this is that moment where I'm like, yeah, that was it, or was it several moments?
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say just giving my life to Christ. Just that Pastor Stevens really just watching his, every Sunday, and having that where I got my kids watching it, my wife laying next to me watching. It was just like a different year for us. And just listening to that album, oh my God, it's like that album, his Elevated Worship, that album changed me. Like it made me look at a lot of things different. Like I said, every time you listen to something, you feel like, if you're a believer, you feel like that. Every gospel song you listen to, you feel like God's talking to you. And that's how I felt just listening to that album.
Wow. That's
So
powerful, man. That is
yeah.
powerful. I haven't heard, I listened to his, his sermons on the TV, but I never actually sat back and listened to his actual albums. So what is that, like on the streaming platform?
Yeah, well, Amazon Music Prime, anything. His whole album is all of them is, he got multiple different albums, but this like I said, this one particular album, I think is Elevation should Basement, something like that. That album kind of made a difference. Like I ain't gonna say kind of, I'm gonna say made a difference in my life. Because like I said, I just felt like every song, I felt like God was talking to me.
Ooh,
And
that's
once that, it was like, man. So of course I'm gonna say like that's what changed me.
so
But
God. I wanted to only go that because I don't want to glance over the fact that God is the changer of people. Because when you encounter God, a change will happen, and you like, all right, I don't know what happened, but when you encounter God, when you get more into it, it's just got to be a lesson in it. Because the more you get God into your life, the more you'll change. The more you get near His Word, the more you put His Word inside of you, you will change. So I got to make sure we got to give a
no,
lesson on that. So
no,
you're here,
that's
you're listening to Stephen Furtick. The message is coming through. God is talking to you through the message, right? So you change. Then you got the 10-year anniversary. Y'all cool. You and your wife are doing good. And then what's next?
my therapist. I mean, she came in the house and she did things like we was in our house, and she was bringing so much stuff to this house, and like she was just bringing everything to all the different things we was doing in my house where I didn't learn that at being in a different facility. So it was like so amazing. Yes, I'm talking about like every single thing, and she really changed. She didn't just change me; she also changed my family. You know what I mean? We did a lot of stuff together. Like we started, like I remember, and that this year I started, because of her. I started getting out the house more. Um, and it was like my kids, they love wrestling, so me and my wife found out that SmackDown was coming to Philly, and we took them there. Um, and then in December, the place that she worked for, they actually got me and my whole family WWE tickets to Raw. It was just like it just she did something that a lot of, like, I didn't think that she pushed me to do. Like she fought the insurance where she was coming 4 days out the week just to see me.
What?
She wouldn't give up, man. She would not give up.
And
And
what is she? She's not your therapist anymore, or was that she?
no, she wasn't. It was like a year. But she only reason why she left, because she said, "Listen, you accomplished everything that I wanted you to accomplish." She said, "What more can we do?" Like, and I mean, that don't change. Like, we're friends, and everything that I'm doing right now is because her, my aunt, and my wife. Like, we came up with the help from them is the reason why it's called Wheelchair Chronicles. Like, everything from them three is the reason why I'm the way I am right now. So
I mean, that's amazing. That's skipping to the Wheelchair Chronicles. So you got the therapist. I got a question because I don't know. I'm not in the health field, right? So do you have to continue therapy when you're in a wheelchair? Is it something that you have to
It's
continue, or
you
is it
don't
not?
have to, but it's good to.
And what
You
does it
don't.
do?
Well, makes you. For me, I always want to be stronger.
Mm,
Um, as I became a quad C5, a lot of movement and stuff they didn't think I would ever be able to do. Um, just be able to transfer from myself from my chair to my bed. Just be able to lift weights, to move my arm in general. They didn't think I would be able to do. So just allowing her to come to the house and be able to do what she did, like it's just like I said, I thank God because everything just came in place. It was like that, and then she came in, and then that, and then diabetes woke me up, and then her coming in, and then my 10th anniversary. It was just like, Carlton, you can't let this tear you down. Like you stronger than that. You are like you're. It's just like you're a believer. You know what I mean? So you gotta follow. You gotta believe what you say. How can I? And this is another thing. How can I teach my boys one thing but believe another thing?
mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely. So you like, I got it together. God got you. He put you there. You got it in place. You continue. It may not be continuing with her, so you go out to therapy. Because I think I saw you one time on one of those machines or something
yeah,
where it
yeah,
looked like you was the bionic person. I
yeah,
was like, oh, what is that? That was my thought. Like, what is that?
yeah,
And so that's to keep you stronger. So you will continue to do that. You will continue to go to
yeah,
therapy and stuff. And that's
yeah,
they'll let you continue to go to therapy and get stronger and stronger and stronger so that you can do more, move more, right?
yeah, yeah. More mobility. That's what it's all about. I mean, we want to quads, quads or paralyzed people want to be able to do stuff on their own. You don't want to always have to depend on somebody else. Even though we have to sometimes, but we don't want to. If we're able to have more strength and be able to do stuff on our own, then we want that. So now at this time, I mean, I am in a facility which is Moss Rehab, and I'm a lot stronger. I do a lot more things, and it's my therapist there is also a nice lady. She helps me out. She came a long way. She had, we became very very close too. So
Yeah, yeah. I need you. I want to see. It's a guy I know. His name is Boomy Samuel. He's he's in a wheelchair, but his story, much like he keeps strong. Like you see him. I seen him one time, like on a basketball court, like, you know what I mean, like going up and shooting and things like that. So I would love for you to go ahead. I gotta figure out how we can get in touch with him, but I
I
see him on
know,
Instagram, and I think he would be a good person to be on your podcast, for real, for sure, for sure.
of
Like
course, of
his
course,
mindset, even from the moment it happened, he was like, all right, let's do what we doing.
yeah.
So I definitely want you to. I wish I could tag him here. Let me see. Let's see if we could tag him. No, I guess I can't. For some reason, it's not letting me. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna tag him because I haven't seen him or talked to him in years. But from the social media streets, right? You know how we be in these streets.
Hmm.
The social media streets. I see him doing a lot, and I think he should be on your. Uh, I can't tag him because I can't see. It's not working.
Well,
Anyway,
you can send me his thing, and I'll
yeah,
definitely
yeah, you
try to
gotta
follow
find him
him.
because it's not working.
Yeah,
I
I
I
will,
spelled
will say this,
it wrong.
man.
Don't worry about that spelling. I just spelled it wrong because
The worst thing for me is struggle always been fighting insurance. Like that's why I say Miss Linda, man, she was going to bat with me with this insurance. Like she like, listen, he need it. That's they don't want this. Like this is a problem with insurance. They act like they don't want us to get stronger, but then it's like that's what therapy do. So it's like you fighting your therapist is fighting with them constantly just to get the hours so you can go to therapy. Like it's crazy because and the crazy thing is once they do stop, they stop you for like you get like I want to say 16 to 18 weeks, and then they make you stop for like 4 months. So yeah, so a lot. What I did was last year when I stopped, I actually went to this place in Jersey,
mm-hmm.
and I paid for it. I paid for
Wow.
therapy. Yep. A lot of help from, of course, my wife. My aunt. a lot of friends, man, they would pay for my week. Well, because each session was like, it's like I think it was like $120, and it's only an hour for one day.
Wow. Okay.
But it was really like they they don't have you can't go through them through insurance because they private, so they only take money, but they're really 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 good. They're really good, but I had to stop it because of course I ain't rich, so the money
You,
is
you ain't
called
rich
Project
yet.
Wealth.
You ain't rich yet.
I ain't rich yet, so of course it was really good. It's called Project Walk, and they're really good. They're
That's
really
your
good.
wife. I just see it.
Yep,
I can
yep,
barely see. But I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute, that's your wife. That's your wife right there.
yeah.
Which is amazing. I have always wanted to ask her, any person, any human being would in the same situation, your wife stayed by your side and never left. What did it take? I don't know. If you could, I can't see it, but if you could post it in the comment, what did you ever think like, oh my gosh, I want to leave? Because that's the reality of things. People, we are human people, right? And given the situation, would you say like, listen, I gotta go? Have you ever thought that she should go, and has she ever thought that maybe I should go? And if you can
I
say it in the comment, I don't know if you near him, but if you were near him, you can hop on too.
I tried to push her away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I woke up in the hospital, I tried hard to push her away, and she wouldn't go. Like I just felt like I couldn't. I didn't want her to be with a man that I didn't want her to live like this. I didn't feel like she deserved it. But she, until this day, like I mean, of course, if you're a real man, you're gonna always say your wife is your backbone. And I can say this, from all the struggle and hard stuff we've been through, she did not leave, and she's still here to this day. So I have to give her all the credit and cool points in the world because she's strong. She's strong.
I be saying that on the outside when I was like, dang, she's still there. What? She ain't go. You know what I mean? Because the reality is, us as human beings, you don't know how you're going to react in that situation. But she was there the whole time. She ain't go nowhere. She's still there. Like, that's love, love. That's some love, love, love.
Sis, stupid. You're stupid.
I told her she could do better. Yeah, that ain't right, Sydney.
City is
Um,
here. Oh, man.
But she ain't gonna not in her mind. She ain't do look, that's her boo. That's her boo. She ain't going nowhere. But I would love to know what was going through her mind at the time. Like, I just love him so much that I ain't going nowhere. Because clearly that's what's happening. Because she like, oh, right
Yeah,
by
look,
your side. I see
she
it.
said I did. She said I did, but I chose to stay because once I love him too, he didn't deserve to be left because of this accident. He wasn't, and still is, but I am in with him for life. Yeah.
Woo! So what type of when it comes to marriage, I mean, of course, having to help you more, but how much does it change within the marriage when you're in a wheelchair? What changes in the marriage?
Um, it changes because you have to learn to separate the two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have to separate the fact that she's my spouse and she's also my caregiver. And that's the biggest struggle. From what of course, having my own show, a lot of people I talk to, we all struggle with that. Separating the two is the most hardest thing to do because you want to be that person. You want to be that person caregiver, but you also don't want to forget that you love that person and y'all have a connection that's bigger than being that person caregiver. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the hardest thing to separate, and it takes time. It's not nothing that's gonna happen overnight. It's still days that me and my wife still struggle with that. Because at the same time, it's like I may need her to do something, but at the same time, I want her to come over and cuddle with me. So it's like just trying to separate them two is definitely a hard thing to swallow.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but have you? We said this. We said you're not rich yet. So with this, with money, finances, and things like that, I'm proud that you have the sweatshirts now, Wheelchair Chronicles sweatshirts and T-shirts. Was that something to Was it something based out of here, I gotta make money, or was it just like, you know what, this show going on and it's popping? Or what was that based out of?
No, I had honestly had nothing to do with money.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that I always like. For the past 2 years, I felt I seen a dream, and I feel like this year is my time to not talk about it, just be about, just chase what I believe in. And I man, I it's like I said, it's a bunch of people I actually can really thank for just be able to do this. One in particular person, I think she is on there, but she actually was the first person that reached out to me for my quadriplegic community, and she was just like, I want to interview, and again, her name is Tiffany. I believe she on here. I think I do see her, but I thank her a lot because just being able to talk to other people that's in my predicament made a difference, because a able body can never understand what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to talk to the disabled community and us come together as one is bigger than anything, because we, again, a able body can also only fight for so much. We have to fight for ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where a lot of us come in. Where she reached out to me and she said, "Listen, I want to interview you." Look, she said,
Yeah,
she said, "I want
you
to
said you're
interview."
welcome. You're welcome.
She,
Hey, honey.
she said, "I want to interview you," and from there on out, we talked a lot, and she was just like, I think you should start doing this on your own. Like you're very nice. You're a real good people person. You talk to people, and I was just like, I've saying this for 2 years now. And it was like nothing I ever seen myself doing. But me and her started doing things together, and that's kind of how it started. Just us doing other people, talking to other people, and trying to get other people to not think that this is the end for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people looked at me. It's like, wow, you're 3 years in, you're 4 years in, and your mindset is way different. How did you become this person? And I always, every live I do, I said, I'm not the type of person to push my faith on you, but God is what woke me up. And it's like I can't, like I question it for after my asking for a year, for 2 years, just asking why me, and I just say, you know what? He sees something in me that I didn't see in myself. So it's just now, it's like this platform is bigger than me. Wheelchair
Oh, it's
Chronicle is
gonna be
not.
way bigger. This.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm expecting big for you.
yeah. It's not just, like I said, it's not just about me. I did this for my community.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to help a lot of people that don't believe that it could be where I'm at, and I'm helping a lot of people. I have a lot of people, a lot of guys that I talk to that's under me, that calls me a lot. Just I go talk to them. I go to you know my rehab where I'm at. They got me talking to other people. I go there and I talk. I actually just came from a college last month. Yes, it was. Whew, I was scared. Just talking to two classes. My aunt went with me, and it was very, very nice. They was so surprised of where I'm at, and they was just like, "Oh my God, can I follow you on Instagram? Can I watch it? Can I watch it?" I'm like, "Of course." I mean, that's, it was just, it was really amazing, and the fact that I got paid for
Yeah, because I was about to
it.
say, I hope you got paid for it, because
Yeah.
the speaking careers are you're supposed to get paid for those things. So yes.
Oh, my grandmama's on. Bye. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Hey. Oh, the brown side. I see brown.
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
brown.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was very, very amazing. I really love the fact that my therapist actually came to me and said, "Listen, I want you to come speak to students that's in college that's about to graduate to be a therapist. I really think that you'll make a difference of how they look at things." And I explained to them, I said, "You always want to build a relationship regardless. You can't just look at your client as just a client. You have to build a relationship with them, because at the end of the day, you never know what that person going through once they leave you."
Yeah.
And for somebody that's in my predicament, we struggle so much of not feeling love. or having that particular person that cares, so that was one of my big things that I made sure I told them, like, just be there for that person. Don't just look at them as a client, you know what I mean? Because they're going to need your support. So.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. I see a book coming too, right? You writing a book? I see it coming.
Definitely,
I
definitely,
see
definitely.
that speaking and coaching career can take you down a whole rich path. I mean, I know your goal is not to, you're not saying I'm doing this, but it can make you wealthy
No.
enough so that you can take care of things, take care of your family, not worry about whether you have to pay for this, that, and the other. So I'm, so rich is coming, wealth is coming, all that you desire, it's coming, and I'm glad. I think that that you said you don't know why it happened to you, and God had a plan, but I'm sure even you had some man ways back in the day. You know who you was back in the day, so I feel like it even straightened you up. You know what I'm saying? You was a man. You was being a man.
It did. It
You had
did.
your man ways.
It definitely straightened me up. And then, like I said, just to communicate, just to talking to other men that's in my shoes. Like I literally have this kid that I say he a kid because he's a lot younger than me. That where I go to Marsh Rehab, I see him, I talk to him. Yes, he got shot, and he's young. He's 21, and he look at things as if he has a daughter. And I told him, I said, listen, you being a father will never ever change. Your kid is going to look at you the same, walking or not walking. That's not going to change. She's still your daughter. I said, but you got to realize that just because you're not walking doesn't mean your life stops. I said, in the beginning, that's the mistake I made where I felt like it stops there. You know what I mean? That's where, the whole thing of sky's the limit, I felt was so big. It had nothing to do with the sky or nothing like that. I felt like we, as in spinal cord or paralyzed people, we limit ourselves. So limit was always the biggest thing for me when I say sky's the limit, is because we limit ourselves in this world, as if once we get paralyzed, it's the end, which is not. We still have a world outside of walking. So limits always been something that stuck with me because I just don't want us. I felt like we limit ourselves being paralyzed or quad still. That's just the end of us, which is not. And I just felt like that's something where I also felt like that. So, my wheelchair chronicles, sky's the limit, is because I don't want nobody that's in my predicament to think that we have to limit ourselves.
Oh no, there's no limits. I mean, you say sky's the limit, but there's no limit. There's no boundaries. I see increase. Like there is no limits to what we can do because we got God. So there is no limit. So I'm glad that you're able to go out there and speak to the younger generation or people in general, because there's someone who may be older than you at this particular point and has never gotten in their head that there's more. So I'm praying that you go all around the world being able to speak to people on so many different levels. You remember that guy? Oh man, he used to be on Oprah Winfrey show. He was he didn't have any legs. You remember him? He didn't have any legs or arms. This
Let me tell you
man
something.
he became a superstar. Like he was going
For
all over.
real?
He was on Oprah. He was going all around the world, speaking, teaching, and everything. His career, money, he didn't have to. It was thrown at him because he went all around the world, going around to teaching things. When I find that, I gotta find a video. I saw a video of him on the Oprah show on the when Oprah was going on tour, he was there. So yeah, I mean, it's so many things, but sometimes I believe, well, I know this for sure, success leaves clues. I say these people because success leaves clues. If we figure out what they did, how they did it, and how they got to where they're going, then you kind of follow the clues and see where it's going.
Yeah.
Because the ball was everywhere. You would know him if I just can't believe he had no arms and no legs, and he married this woman who was a supermodel, John. No, she was blind and she was like banging, and they did the whole story, like seriously, and they did a whole story on him. But his story went all over, and he went and he just was like seriously, like he was on Oprah, he was on everybody's show, and everybody was calling him in. I haven't seen him in a few years, but his story
Yeah, you
was
definitely
amazing.
got. You gotta find that. Send me that story. Or send me his
Yeah,
name.
yeah, yeah. Cause you gotta, oh man, I don't know his name. I know what to put in the search. I put in the search and find him, and I'll send it to him. But everything about him was inspiring, and how he got on big major stages like that. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about it. You know how you have a year and you just blow up. He had that year and he was just everywhere. So yeah, I'll send that to you as soon as I find it.
Definitely.
It shouldn't be hard to find. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he really was everywhere. So I'm praying that for you. What does life look like? What do you ultimately want? If you had to say, just say, everybody say 5 years from now. If you had to say a year from now, what does that look like? What do you want? What do you actually want? And what does that a year from now look like for you?
What I definitely want is to be able to continue helping other people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, like I said, I want to start my own national podcast.
But
Like I just
this is what you mean.
well, I mean,
This is
I want it where I'm able to because
you want to do it live in person?
yes, there you go. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I want it because I feel like, you know, I just want to have, of course, I love the fact I love my community. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to have people come. Like I want to have it where, I have a nice, my own little, get together, get staying in the basement or wherever where people could come. Because like I said, I feel like, I just feel like my community is we're so big and our platform is so big, but we don't, we have to support each other more than what we do. And I feel like that's where, I say this multiple times, like I have friends, that's, quads and paralyzed, and we continue to have to fight for insurance. I keep telling them, listen, let's go march. Like let's go ride our wheelchairs and march so we don't have to go through what we're going through. Like we have a big platform. Yes, use it. Like,
Choosing,
so
yes.
that's something where I'm going to continue fighting for it, because I feel like we have to, what we go through, I just don't feel like we should have to go through. Like I said, and for me, it's just a fight in insurance constantly over stuff that we need. We want to get better. We don't want to have to go through what we're going through. You know what I mean? So why I have to fight you for 2 years to be able to go to therapy where it's helping me. So I just want to be able to do that.
Because insurance be tripping. The insurance, they just be tripping. You know what they want. It's about money most of the time, but they be tripping. They be tripping. But guess what? There's going to be a day you're going to fight the fight, and you're going to get the attention of who you need to get the attention of, and then you're going to be the spokesperson for it, and you're going to be the change that people need to see. And then you go, let's go. I can't wait to see it. And then if you want your podcast studio, that's coming too. That's a done deal. There's another guy. Look, I'm always talking about people, but there's another guy. His name is Tim. I think he started in his basement.
Yeah.
Tim Russ. He's a Christian guy. Started in his basement. It was called The Basement, and it blew up. And now he got he got the whole 9 yards. But he started in his basement, decked out the basement, called it The Basement, had people come in. So it is all of that is possible. Everything you want. You said in the beginning of the year, let's claim it and
Let's
receive it
claim
and
it.
all
Yes,
that good
yes.
stuff. Let's go. Because
Yeah.
that's not hard. That's not hard to get. It's just a matter of
And
let's sell these t-shirts. Let's sell these sweatshirts.
I was about to really talk about, because listen, just something that I've been wanting to do, the whole t-shirt, guys, wheelchair chronicles, guys limit, and I appreciate, literally, I sat back, I had an idea, I talked to, I never ever do nothing without talking it over. It's crazy, to my aunt, my mom, my wife, and of course Ms. Linda, which is my therapist. Like, because like I said, they all had an input in this guy's limb. So I always ask them, how do y'all feel about this? How is the, what do y'all think about the art, doing the cheer and stuff like that? And they were just like, listen, we love it. And I said, okay, this is what it's going to be. And it was more so just wanting to have an idea. And the Wheelchair Chronicle and Sky's the Limit, of course, and ambition is, of course, that's just me. I always been a person that wanted something and wanted to not give up on chasing it. Like regardless of what like I said, I had before my ex, I had multiple jobs because I wanted money. Like not because I had to. It's just the fact that because I wanted nice things. I wanted my kids, my wife to have nice things. I wanted where they never had to worry about it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, Daddy, can I have? Of course y'all can have. So that's why I worked the West as I worked. And that's why ambition always stuck with me. You know what I mean? So I believe that this is the opportunity for me to not only help other people, but also have a platform that's with me and myself.
I think you should. I like the ambition, and I know that's your name, and I know it's who you are. But I think you got to do an Instagram called Wheelchair Chronicles.
Separate.
Only because I know you don't want to change the name. If you wanted to change the name, I would say, could you change the name and make it Wheelchair Chronicles? And then in the and then when they say what's your name, in your name you would say Ambitious Carlton.
That's something I believe me and you talked about a couple of days ago, and that's something that I talked to my wife and them, and yes, we are working on it to change it to Wheelchair Chronicles because that's my page is about Wheelchair Chronicles, and
right.
It's like
when you see Wheelchair Chronicles and then your name is in there, so they won't not know your name. So if you still want Ambitious Carlton, you can have it, and that could be. You don't have to use the first letters. Your name could be Ambitious Carlton. Who am I? Ambitious Carlton. You know what I mean? That could be something. Who are you? Oh yeah, Ambitious Carlton. You know what I mean? It could be in there. So you could just change that out. So that so people know how to, because when you're building a brand, you want to build the brand and build it out to the point that people know exactly who they're talking to, why they're talking to. And so it might gain more people coming in like, all right, Wheelchair Chronicles, what is that all about? It might get the people's attention. And so they know, and then, like Ambitious Carlton, then they'll know. And then you put, speaker, this and that, podcast and all. You put that all in the heading. I'm getting into what I do for a living. So that's why it's like, I want to change it all up. Come on, let's change this up so that people can start coming in and knowing what it is, because we want people to come to you. We want the right people to come to you to say, listen, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. Well, Carlton, it's been amazing. I ain't going to keep you here forever. It's been good talking to you. Good catching up with you. I haven't seen you since Stink's wedding. I mean, Diane's wedding.
Yeah, look.
Diane.
Everybody y'all gotta know, man. Listen. I knew this lady since I was a kid, man. I'm talking about y'all. Everybody, all y'all remember her from Shelly Shell. And listen, man. She watched me grow up as a kid. Her and Monica ever since I was a young kid. So
absolutely, we was right there all these years. The whole family. I'm so grateful to God for allowing our families, wherever they come from, our families came together. Love keeps you together no matter what. It don't matter who, what, when, where, why. Love keeps you together. So I'm glad we were able to talk about it, and I can't wait to see how I can help you, or how we can make it all happen somewhere, some down the line. Share your t-shirts, your sweatshirts, and all that kind of stuff. Cool, let's do it. Let's make sure everybody, you can go to Ambitious go is up at the top until it says Wheelchair Chronicles. But you can go there now. Go click. I'm sure you got to click the link in the bio to get the because it's a website, or what is it? Is it a
well, no, it's not a website. Yeah, we setting everything up. I definitely like right now. It's just up on my page, and where you can pre-order it through my Instagram. Trust me, I check it all the time because I want everybody to put in an order. Of course, small, medium, large are 20, and extra large is up to 25. I mean, even if you could just repost it, you don't have to listen. If you can't afford the shirt, just keep reposting it. I'm grateful and I appreciate it.
So you said small, medium, large, extra large. You don't go above extra large?
No, small, medium, and large is 20. Extra large and up is 25.
Oh, extra large and up. Okay, I'm about to say, hold up. You discriminating against us?
I'm a big guy myself, man.
Oh, man. But I was just making sure. Your wife says, get with us. Pre-order for now. Look at it. Pre-order from now. Get with us. Wait a minute. Dorney said, y'all Ooh, did you say that? You've
Yeah,
been
she
saying
did,
that for years,
man.
Dorothy. Stop playing. I'm forever 21. Don't you know? But clearly, but let me tell y'all got kids. I don't, right? So y'all ages will forever be told. Just ask how old your oldest child is, Donnie.
Yeah.
How old is your oldest child? How old is your youngest child? Me, I'm like,
Yeah,
listen, I'm
man.
21 forever. I ain't got no kids to tell my age. This child is 19. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
love you, Donnie. Donnie, I love you, and I'm so glad that you were able to step in as the aunt and just do what you got to do. Like you go above and beyond. I mean, you always did. You was always one of those people who, supported your whole entire family. But Donnie, I love you. I haven't said that in a long time. I love you, Donnie. I love you so much, and I'm grateful that you were able to step in and do what you do. May God continue to bless you tremendously. How was Florida?
Oh my God, it was a very, very fun, a very good experience. We it was a good experience, and honestly, that's what I'm saying. Stuff like this is like my first time going on a road trip since my accident, so it was very good just to see the smile on
So
my
y'all
face
drove the whole time? So y'all
the
drove from here to Florida?
whole time. Yes, we would never do that again. I'm gonna tell you that.
It was a long trip, wasn't it?
It was too long,
Oh.
too long,
Is
too
it
long.
like
We would
24
never do
hours?
that.
I don't know how
It
long it
was
is. Is it like 24
it was about 24 hours. Yes,
hours?
yes. But I think it was more. It wasn't supposed to be that long, but because we had to stop a lot, just more so just being cautious of me being in the car and being paralyzed. I have to get out to move my legs around and stuff like that. So, like I said, the next time we go on a trip, we are flying.
You're flying, but that's a good trip. I'm so glad that all y'all got together to go to Florida. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all got that. I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to drive, but I listen, y'all did it. I'm glad you had a fun time.
yeah.
Coach J.L. Williams says, I am very proud of this young king.
Thank you,
Woohoo!
thank you,
That's right. You see him,
thank you.
he doing his thing. But so Florida was fun. Did y'all get to go to the theme
Yes,
parks or?
we went to one. Yeah, most of it, like it was. To be honest, we had a nice house. Swimming pool, nice game room, jacuzzi. The kids really enjoy. The fact that we all were just around family. It was one of the best experiences. We was down there for right after Christmas, so we was in there for New Year's, just bringing the New Year's in with our family. Was and you know how close we all are, so it was very very nice.
And then everybody usually be busy, so everybody got together and go and
Yeah,
stop their busyness and go down. I was like, yo, Dorney be on it. Like,
yeah,
just wasn't that the brainchild of Dorney's
yes.
big idea.
Yeah.
Go Dorney.
You know how she is. She took, once grandma passed, she took over everything, man. She like, listen. So she definitely, like I say, I have to, just credit these. I can't take away from these women that have been in my life that changed everything. So I mean, they are my backbone at the end of the day. So
And it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have them. So, shout out to Dorney. Shout out to your wife. Yes, she's the best. She is the best. So we you know what? Giving you your flowers right now, Dorney. Because I've always like, yes, go Dorney. I mean, I may not talk to y'all much, but in the background, I'll be right here like, yeah, go Dorney. I see you. I know what's going on. Just like I knew y'all went to Florida. I be knowing what's going on. I hear everything. I be wanting to know everything just because, even if I'm not there, I just want to know how everybody is doing. So I'm always checking up and saying, what they doing? I miss
yeah.
my Tiffany. I ain't seen Tiffany in a minute. I miss Tiffany.
She is definitely she's getting, they all out there getting older. I had to look at my stuff like, I mean, I'm getting old, but yeah, I look at her, I look at Jay, and I just be like, man, like I
Look at that.
remember when y'all was younger.
Yeah. We remember now. Look at them. So I be missing them. I do. Like I ain't seen Tiffany in a minute, but
Yeah.
I'm so glad everybody got a chance to go to Florida. And yes, salute to the king. You keep going. You keep trusting God. Keep God first. I mean, you got to keep
Of
going.
course, of course.
I know the world go worlding and the life be lifing, but God is always on the throne and He's always there
Yeah.
to make sure He keeps you. He knew the plan before you did. He knew the plan before your mama did. He knew the plan before any of us did. He knew the plan. And we like, listen, if I had a choice, I probably would have wanted this way. But since it's this way, God, show me how I'm supposed to move. Show me what I'm supposed to do. And I'm praying so much success over you and everything you do. Well, I'm here. Thank you for joining us in the morning. I'm here.
I was about to say it, man. I gotta every morning, man. I get, the kids get up for school. I'm up. I'm like, all right, let me check out Bon Shelly and the boy Rob, man. I gotta, y'all listen, man. I appreciate that because I need that in the morning. So I definitely appreciate it. I watch it every morning. Make sure I check it out. You and the boy Rob. Boy Rob is funny, man. I gotta. That boy hilarious, man.
He crazy. He's trying to keep me from singing, y'all. He's trying to tell me I can't sing. I got dreams. I got goals. I'm gonna be a singer one day. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be, but I'm gonna put out a song. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna put out a song. We can do whatever we want to do in this life. So shout out to Leather Flower Designs. She came on over. JL came on over from the prayer family. So y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us, everybody. Shout out to the whole entire family, fam bam, and the Millwoods, I was gonna say, what's everybody's last name before? The Browns, the
Gladly's.
Simpsons, the Simpsons, the Gladys. It was Simpsons. That's what it was. Simpsons. The Simpsons, the Gladys. Every last name we can think of that's part of the family. Shout out to all of y'all. I love y'all tremendously. I thank you for just us being able to love on each other for life, love for life. So make sure you go out, everybody. Make sure you go get Wheelchair Chronicles, the t-shirt, the hoodie. Go to his bio, the link in the bio, or just DM him so you can go DM, Cash App. You do Cash App?
Yep.
DM,
in there.
And you Cash App him and he'll mail out the shirt to you. DM Cash App, mail out the shirt. Make sure you do it. The best way you can support someone is to support them. Like literally, just support them. If you don't have the money, go ahead and share it out. Make sure you do it. Please make sure you do it. Because Wheelchair Chronicles is going all over. He gonna be on Oprah. You know what I mean? Old boy was on Oprah. He gonna be on Oprah or who kicking right? Sherry Shepherd kicking it right now. Sherry Shepherd, Jennifer Hudson. That's the two that's doing it right now. Them two right now, neck and neck.
Yeah, I actually watched Jennifer Hudson's show a lot. I really like her.
I like her show too. I like her. I like both of. I like the two of them, the Sherry Shepherd and the Jennifer Hudson. So we want you right there. Oh, and the other girl, Tamron Hall.
So I never watched the show, but I'd be seeing like certain little things on TikTok.
Right. Yeah. I never watched it. Really, you do. I see it on TikTok, but I saw recently somebody was on there. Snoop Dogg, yeah. I saw that come up on my TikTok, and I was like, okay, Snoop Dogg, he did his thing. Did y'all see that movie? Sidebar. Did you see his new movie?
No.
You talking about a new movie out?
You talking about the football thing?
Yeah.
I ain't watching it. Is it funny?
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. But however, I love you, Snoop. However, it's so much cussing in that movie. The kids is cussing. They cussing they cussing. And I was just like, wow. I get it, but it's a lot. I love the movie. Good concept, good message, but it was a lot of cussing. I was like, woo, them kids is cussing.
I got an extra question. Is the guy Front Page Nate? That's the guy that you hooked me up with?
Yeah. You couldn't go to the You couldn't go to the
that day. Yeah.
That day.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta make it happen on another day.
Yeah. I just seen that he was on there. I'm definitely. I still got your number. I'm definitely gonna hit you up, Front Page Nate, so we definitely can set up something. Within the next month, which is February, it's coming. We should set something up.
So do you always have therapy on Fridays? Is that what it is?
No, it was just a doctor's appointment that day that I really had to. One thing when it's coming to certain appointments, I really don't like to reschedule.
Oh no, you don't. Especially when it comes to doctors, they be so busy. Yeah. You be waiting for a long time. You better take every appointment. A long
time. So that's kind of.
He do the show every first and third Friday. So whenever the next one comes up, whenever he's available, it's still going on. Yeah. So we'll make it happen. So y'all connect. He's right there. He said he's gonna get a shirt. He's gonna support you by getting a shirt. Yeah. So we definitely gonna do that. So everybody, y'all don't forget. What day is the show come on? What day is the Wheelchair Chronicles come on?
Wheelchair Chronicles Thursdays Thursday at 6 p.m. Every Thursday, 6 p.m. So
Thursday
listen.
at 6.
I will say this, man. Man, I love it. It's getting a lot bigger. Where a lot of people is DM me. I have the next 4 guests all the way up until the end of the month already. So it's definitely getting where I wanted to get to, man.
And it's going to get even, oh man, it's going to get even bigger. When I figure out this technology thing, you can patch through to Urban Expressions Radio. We want to put you on there as well.
Definitely.
I think this worked. I kind of hear it and then I kind of don't, but it's working.
It's working.
But either way, we'll patch you through. We have a station manager, so if I can't figure it out, he was busy tonight, so I had to figure this thing out. But we got Urban Expressions Radio, that way it can be seen on the radio. So as far as YouTube, are you doing it on YouTube at all?
I don't know how to. I have to learn how to set that up too myself.
The problem was that I was trying to do that tonight too. I was trying to figure out everything so that I could teach that moment too. But the thing is, you want to do it on Instagram. So the only other way to do it is to, you know how afterwards, download it, right?
Okay.
And then upload it to YouTube. That's the only way I'm finding that it can work. But you want to do it. So the next step is download it to your phone, of course. You got to have some memory because if it's long, you got to have memory. So download it to your phone, then start your YouTube channel and upload it to YouTube. And the way it could work, you got to do those thumbnails. You got to do some nice graphics. So it, even though you know it's vertical and it's a long form, type of platform. But if you put the nice thumbnail over it, then, it'll look like, all right, cool.
Okay.
So maybe you can go back to episode number 1 and just start downloading. Whenever you get some time, just download it, upload it, put the thumbnail on it, and then you can also take it and put it on Spreaker, a podcast platform.
Okay.
So I believe it's called Spreaker. They use Anchor, but my coach told me about Spreaker, which is way better than, can't say way better. I don't talk about nobody's platform, but it's a greater, I like the options, Spreaker.com. Okay. So what you do is, once you have it on YouTube, then you'll have to turn it into an MP3, or they may even have it on the platform where it might take MP4 to MP3, because MP4 is the video, MP3 is the audio. So you take and put it in the platform, turn it into audio, and then you could be on every podcast platform out here.
Well, you know, I'm going. You know, I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, listen. I'm just trying to listen. This is what we do. This is like because I want you to be able to. Because I want you to be able to put it all over the place. Let's go.
And that's why I really wanted. I want to start it. I want to put it on YouTube. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. So that's definitely something that I definitely want to do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it happen. My Infinite Wellness says, "Hi, Shelly. Hello, Khadijah. Hello, Dr. Douglas. Doctor." My Infinite Wellness is she's a naturopathic doctor. Shout out to the best naturopathic doctor out here. What? But yes, don't forget, everybody, go check out Wheelchair Chronicles every Thursday
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Every Thursday, 6 p.m. Tune in to the Wheelchair Chronicles every Thursday at 6 p.m. And then for everybody else, make sure you go. If you can't get a T-shirt for yourself,
just support it. Just keep
support it by sharing it. Yeah. But I'm sure you should be able to. I mean, if you can,
Yeah.
If you can.
I'm just saying. I just know everybody. Listen, if you can't, that's all I'm saying. Just keep sharing and reposting. That's if you can't buy a shirt, listen, the next best thing to do is just keep reposting it. Man.
Yes, keep it posted. Yep, absolutely. It's funny when you sent me the picture, I ain't had my glasses on, and I was like, I don't even know what this is. I ain't know it till it was posted on your stories. I said, I got my glasses on there. I was like, I don't even know what this is. I'll go back to it later. I was like, I can't see. But I'm gonna start wearing my glasses a little more so I can see. But all right, y'all, we're gonna be here forever. Don't forget, check us out. Check me out in the morning for prayer, 8:02 a.m. every morning. 326 days. Tomorrow will be 327.
27.
See you tomorrow, and continue to support Wheelchair Chronicles. And you'll see the name change tonight, I hope.
It will.
I just hoping so. Hoping nobody got it. And then if you can, look, here you go. All I do is teach. I teach for a living. So another thing you can do, Perry P. Is that Perry P? Hold up. The legendary Perry P just jumped on. Shout out to Perry P. Perry, we're talking to Carlton. He is the host of Wheelchair Chronicles. If you want to interview him, Perry P has a radio station as well. So, you know, just in case, you know, you want to interview him, that would be nice, Perry P. I'm just saying. But anyway, what was I about to say about the thing? I missed what I forgot what I was about to say. I was about to teach you something else about something.
Wheelchair Chronicle.
Wheelchair. Oh yeah, buy the domain name too.
Yup, we on that. Not even just the name, the photo. We already did that. So that's kind of, you know, something that we didn't want nobody else to have to take it. So we definitely had to do what we had to do to get this picture. So.
Oh, the pictures too, but you mean like, you know what I mean by the domain name, the website?
Yes, the website. Yep. Because the first, we was kind of like, my picture was like, I wanted to do something where it has to do the wheelchair with the fire, something we started off until I found out somebody already got that. So I actually had to go back on the website and had to find something that was, you know, something that I was comfortable with. And when I found this, I stuck with this. So me and my wife purchased this.
Got it. Cool. All right, y'all. Check out Carlton. Make sure you follow the Wheelchair Chronicles, aka Ambitious. It's gonna be the Wheelchair Chronicles in a minute. Just give him a second. Just give him a second after this. But make sure you follow him now. Take a moment right now. Follow him if you're not. Take a moment right now. Follow him and take a moment to go to his inbox, DM him right now, and get you a shirt. Get you a shirt. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Have a blessed and amazing night. We will see you. Urban Xpressions NewsMag Live. It is every Monday, 8 p.m. And we kicked it off with Carlton. Yes, we did. That kicked it off. Urban Xpressions NewsMag Live. Every Monday, 8 p.m. Kicking it off with Carlton, aka the Wheelchair Chronicles, aka my nephew, aka You Better Do It. Come on now. What? Let's go.
And I want to thank Juan Shelley for having me. Thank you for Urban Xpressions for having me. Thank you for the support.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Donnie said, good night, family. Good night, Donnie. It's your bedtime now. It's probably past your bedtime now.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.